How they practice in a short week?
Oh, pretty good. I mean, we're tired, obviously, so a lot more walk through today. Then we'll walk through tomorrow, so we won't get our Fast Friday. So, but thought they were dialed in. You know, I told them teams who prepare and focus the most on short weeks, you have an advantage. You do the same thing you do on longer weeks, right? You're at a disadvantage. You got to be able to do more in a short period of time.
You had Jesus Gomez was probable on the injury report that came out yesterday. Is anything going on with him?
No, he's just been dealing with something for a while. So our medical team, anytime somebody's dealing with anything, they want to put him on there just in case it flares up. So no real issue, but obviously probable is likely to play, but there could be something happen. So we just try to make sure we're accurate with our reports.
What have you thought about just kind of how that's gone so far?
I mean, we look at it, so, you know, we get to see, you know, I don't look at anything in between. I look at, like, out and people not on the list. Hard for me to predict what the difference between probable and out for somebody else, but I definitely look at the, you know, the outs and the guys that are on the list.
You talked about on Monday how you've been thinking that this is going to be one of your guys' biggest games since when the schedule came out. Sam brought up an interesting point yesterday where he said playing on a Friday, a bunch of other teams in their hotels around the country are going to be watching the game. Do you feel like it's an opportunity for you guys to make a statement with everyone watching?
Yeah, I really don't care about the statement. I care that we play our best game. But, I mean, if you're 18 or 22-year-old, you may have a little bit more like, oh man, everybody's watching me. This is the game everybody's watching for sure. Hopefully our guys are focused on, you know, the task at hand, understanding that this is a gigantic football game. This is an undefeated team. This is their first Big 12 game. They return their entire staff, essentially. They return quarterbacks. They return a lot of people. I guess a good team. Got a great challenge at home. Still have a great environment, which I know they'll have, and they'll try to play good, clean football.
Do you feel the pass blocking really took a step in the right direction against Baylor?
No, not on certain situations. I think on base down distances, yes. A few of our shots, we still struggled. And like I said, when people think pass block, they initially think O-line. I'm not just saying the O-line. I'm saying the combination of everybody. It's like, man, one rep, 6 of the 7 guys in pro are perfect. One guy's not. Sometimes it's the back, sometimes it's the tight end, sometimes it's somebody else, right? So it's an accumulation of things that were just that close, and then those shots hit. Like, it's just that close. You got 6 of 7 just right there, and you'll hit shots. So hopefully this week shows up.
With Baylor and TCU both being your opponents on the Big 12 schedule from last year, it's been kind of different or more work not having just direct film of you guys playing them more often.
Yeah, I would say it's like when you're playing out a conference game. You know, because it is new, like the familiarity isn't there, like you said. So it's more like, you know, playing out a conference game. But that's most games. You know, in college, you know, you used to play the South, then you would go play a team that was not in that region, right? So I think that's kind of normal in today's day and age. If you're going to play, half of the schedule is going to be a team that you probably don't play the prior year. So it's just like a new norm.
You talked about how you wanted perimeter blocking to be something that the wide receivers work on. Yesterday, at the start of the wide receiver indie period, Hines Ward was coaching you through blocking drills. How important do you think it is for the receivers to have a guy like that to run from that?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, receivers, running backs, tight ends, they all have to be critical in that. You know, perimeter blocking creates explosive plays. When the O-line gets us to the third level of defense, those have to score touchdowns. Right? It's already hard enough to play offensive play. You play O-line and you block all of the people to a good enough rate to get us on a safety or to get us to all blocked defensive backs. We have to be able to convert touchdowns on those plays or explosive 30-yard plays. Right now, there's a couple, but not enough.
What about the range of your offensive line runs some of those have to get out there in space?
Yeah, I mean, in our screen game, our O-line's been doing really well. I mean, our screens have been good again. We've had explosive ones. Low red zone have been efficient. So I think that game has been good for us again. So hopefully that just continues to build.
Do you think Tyson will play a lot more this week?
For sure. Yeah, you know, last week he was back and forth and he was available and played, but he didn't practice. He wasn't, you know, he didn't go through it. So I should want to throw him out there. So this week he'll definitely get back in.
Coach Ward talked about Coach Riles and how just random he is, how willing he is to push the limits of an offense. How hard is it to prepare for a coach that just is that innovative, that creative?
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word as random. I'd use the word, you know, he's very detailed and he has a way he wants to attack that's different every week. So it's not random, it's very educated in terms of how he wants to attack your defense will be different every single week. And he does a good job. Their staff does a good job in general, so that'll be a good game.
Ryan Ward was raving about Josh Hoover's ability yesterday. How has that been preparing for him this week?
He extends plays at a high rate. We've got to be able to keep him in the pocket. We've got to be able to impact him. We've got to be able to try to get him down, but he throws the ball so quick. His receivers and running backs are so dialed in to a quick passing game that it's hard to touch him. That's been his biggest difference from last year to this year is not many people are touching him.
I don't know if this has been brought up yet, but a couple weeks ago at the home game, I noticed you and Cardinals GM Monty Ossenfort were sharing an interaction. I guess what's the relationship like there? I know you've been out to a couple open practices in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a diehard Cardinals fan. My license plate used to say Card for life, like legitimately for my entire life till I moved to Memphis. So, I'm a big fan. So they let me go out there and watch practice sometimes. Coach Cannon's been great. They've all been great. Bill Bidwell's been great to me. And so he was out there, so we were just chopping it up. I was asking advice on roster management and the new age of college football and things. I mean, I'm just chopping it up and picking a guy's brain who's really successful.
Tamara said that there's probably 20, 25 NFL scouts coming on Friday, but to just having that much attention coming out.
Yeah, it's kudos to our players. It means people are noticing our players and their players. Right? It's a game on Friday that everybody wants to be at because there's a lot of potential guys that can come on Sunday out there. So it's definitely a big game and more than one way.
How important is crowd noise in a game like this?
Huge. Crowd noise is absolutely critical. When we're talking a team that operates from the shotgun, right? Well, you're talking now impacting the snap count. We're talking a 3rd and 3 becoming a 3rd and 8, which is about a 30%, if not more, efficiency difference. So our impact in a game from the fans in these types of games when you're facing shotgun-based teams or the center has to look between his legs every snap. If you can become a loud enough environment, that really changes the game. And we've played in one of those this year, and it affected it. So I'm hoping that, and I believe that our crowd will come out, and like they have in the first 2 games, be loud and make an impact in the football game.